Intune Enterprise Application Management, or EAM, is a great feature from Microsoft that makes delivering and updating applications really easy. The idea behind it is that you now have an app store directly integrated into Intune, and in that app store you should have access to a subset of some of the most popular applications out there. I'm going to show you what it looks like and why it's so powerful, and some of the new features to get excited about. So let's have a look at it. If I go into Intune and click on Apps, you'll see that everything looks pretty similar to how it looked previously. Now I'll click on Windows, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new application. All looks the same so far. But then when I click on App Type under Select App Type, you can see I have Enterprise App Catalog app down here. So I'm going to select that. I'm then going to select this, and then I have the option to select an application from the Enterprise App Catalog. So the Enterprise App Catalog is a subsection of Enterprise Application Management. So when I click on Enterprise App Catalog, this is where I get a full list of applications that I can choose from to deploy directly into Intune. Now, the last time I checked, this was about 933 to about 950 applications. I can go in here and I can search for an app. I'm not going to make this too complex. What I'm going to do is search for Google Chrome. Here we go, Chrome for Business. I'm going to select that and click Next. And now you can see I have the version that's available here. Sometimes something like Notepad++ may have an MSI and an executable. In this case, I'm just going to select the only one that's available, which is an MSI. So if I click Next, then this is the interesting feature that Microsoft introduced at the start of July. This is the ability to automatically update an application. Previously, you had to go back into the Enterprise App Catalog and then find an application from there and find the updated or new application and then deploy it as if it was a new application. Microsoft have made that much easier because now you can simply go in and you can select from these two options: automatically update or update with supersedence. Now, supersedence is the more traditional way of updating applications in Intune. If you've got an older version of the application, it will replace it with a newer one. Automatically update, though, is new, because what automatically update does is if there's a new version of the application in the Enterprise App Catalog, you can actually deploy that or have that automatically update the version that you've got and then deploy automatically to endpoints. So I'm going to select this. Brilliant. And you can see that all of the prereqs, everything else that I'd usually have to enter manually is all in there and ready for me to select. I'm not going to do supersedence in this demo. I'm not going to choose anything apart from a really lazy assignment here, and that's going to be all devices. Then I click Next and then Add App. As simple as that. So what will happen is it will deploy that basically instantly into Intune. You can see all of the properties, and then you can see all of the standard device deployments and install status that I haven't configured yet. Nothing's happened. So that is the new Intune EAM with the Enterprise App Catalog and the great new feature of application patching and updates. Now, having automatic patching in EAM is really useful. But what I tend to find is that most organizations aren't spending time on that list of applications that are in app stores. Where they're spending most of their time is on those complex applications that need some sort of additional config or licensing, or they're quite large applications. Most time is spent on those apps, and we'll cover that in a later video.